So again, you have to be very logical and professional with this one thing
Exactly.
as well.
Having that call or conversation with a customer, you don't keep on thinking
NLP techniques for boosting productivity.
mindful in the current moment. You don't move between like 2 hours or half an hour after
Mm-hmm.
having that call or conversation with a customer. You don't keep on thinking about like what it is. You just write it on a piece of paper. This is a customer name. You do your
Okay.
background check. What were the services that were provided to them? Or
Mm-hmm.
was it something like some inquiry or something that backfired in a way? So you
Okay.
do your homework and you analyze it. Okay, that what
Mm-hmm.
might have caused the trigger of that conversation.
Alright.
Okay. And you would not
Makes
take it
sense.
more of a personal thing because it's not something that
Mm.
they gave you as a person, that
Mm.
feedback. It's related to the product or the service that the team is delivering. So you not
Okay.
continuously think that the customer said this. The moment you
Mm.
have written it on the paper, the shift, the reframing shift has happened already for you.
Right.
You're dealing with it, right?
Mm.
So you would just know one, two, three, four, five. These
Mm.
would be the possibilities. Then you would do your possible question and answer and all that. Then give them a call.
Okay. So again, you have to be very logical and professional with this one thing
Exactly.
as well.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, now we are moving towards the closing of our session. We have two more questions left with us. And next up, we have what are the best NLP techniques for boosting productivity?
Okay. See, for boosting productivity, like you need to have, if you talk about personal productivity, you always
Mm-hmm.
need to be, like saying in a way that you have your timeline developed. You need to have your rapport development skill developed. Okay.
Okay.
And from the timeline, you need to have that daily reflection practice in place. So this is something
Okay.
that really helps you because you have broken down the task, you're developing the timeline, and you are reflecting on it every day. And you stay mindful in the current moment. You don't move between
All right. Makes sense.
yourself or any kind of other things. Okay. And of course, you need to do some kind of time management, like what we call time boxing. We talked about it, I think, in our first conversation. You need to do the time boxing there.
Yeah.
You need to be mindful about
Mm.
what time and which time is for what exactly.
Right, right, right. So it was actually pretty much similar to the thing that we talked about in our
Mhm.
first episode of first session.
Right.
And before moving towards our last question, because we just talked about meta model,
Mhm.
I would like to know how does the meta model in NLP helps us understand customer needs in a better way?
See, understanding the customer needs in a better way, it's the same thing. Once you develop your persona, again, if it's a real customer,
Mm-hmm.
you just take their input,
Mm-hmm.
like what they are looking for. Then you do
Okay.
your math in your mind. It's not necessary that you always start writing on a piece of paper. It's like you
Hmm.
do it in your mind. Okay, the customer said he or she needs this, this, this. Then you ask them further questions. Would this mean, for
All right.
example, they would say, I need a system that would allow my users to do XYZ action. So that means you will tell them that this means your users will have a registration form. It is like a dual authentication that you're expecting security in your
Mm-hmm.
application. Are we going to send them OTPs and these things? So these are the meta models that you start doing the
Okay.
calculation in your mind, and you know, then you
Hmm.
start doing the questions with them. This is how the meta model would work for you. Like
Right.
breaking it down, chunking it into smaller units, and then moving forward with it.
Okay. And I guess as far as I remember, you mentioned it earlier that it meta model varies from situation to situation,
It may
right?
vary. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this makes sense.
Yep.
And moving towards our last question of the last
Yeah.
session. and that is, how can NLP help in developing a success-driven mindset for entrepreneurs?
Okay. See, for success-driven mindset for entrepreneurs, it's a visualization. Just give me a minute. So you need to have your visualization cleared up. You need to understand what needs to be done there, how you would break down your tasks and points into something achievable every day and reflect on it.
Okay, so it's a matter of deciding this every single day and not just, once a
Exactly.
month, or you do it out of nowhere for one time and then take a break for
Exactly.
the whole year. Okay, so here comes the concept of consistency in NLP.
Yes, correct. Exactly.
Okay, actually, that is so cool. I had the most insightful session. Like all these three sessions were the most insightful ones for me. Thank you so much, Sir Faizan, for sharing all these incredible tips and knowledge. And I mean, every single thing that you shared is so practical that I can just start implementing these one by one in my life as well. And I will try my best to. And I hope that everyone who is listening will do it as well. Thank you so much for your insights.
So,
If you have any words to share in the last, then the stage is yours. Otherwise, we will be wrapping up this session.
well, I mean, like, uh, I tell everyone the same thing. Just be mindful of your conditions, and you have to work on yourself to get out of that condition. No one's going to take you out of it. Thank you for
That's
hosting me. Appreciate your
right.
time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Sir Faizan, for
Bye.
being there. Have a good day.